you looking for a place to worship? Are you looking for the Word of God, preached with power and demonstration?
God is counseling demonic debts. God is counseling generational cycles. God is counseling generational curses.
The Breakthrough Chapel is that place to be. Our mission is to reach the lost, deliver the bound, heal the broken, and empower the found.
It's all mine. It's all mine. Behold, I will do a new thing.
A church with a heart for the community. A place where you are welcomed, loved, and nurtured. A fellowship of believers transforming lives, cities, and the world with the power of God. Grow with us this week in our Sunday morning worship celebration at 10:30 a.m. Sunday afternoon Holy Ghost Breakthrough service at 5:30 p.m. Wednesday night, Recharge at 7 p.m. Right here at the Breakthrough Chapel, 3723 Route 112, Gorham, New York, 11727, with Bishop E. Edward Robinson II. Don't forget to download the Go Judah app. Join our e-church community and follow us all on social media platforms today. Call 1-855-GO-JUDAH or visit www.gojudah.com for more details. The Breakthrough Chapel. We're here for you. You're watching Morning Break Time with the Bishop. Bishop E. Edward Robinson II, your host. Prophetic charge and apostolic activation. Live on Facebook and other social media platforms every Tuesday at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Bishop, the Prophet, the Teacher. Receive living water, fresh manna from heaven. Morning Break Time with the Bishop. Every leader needs a safe place to grow, develop, heal, and recover. That place is Kingdom Fellowship of International Covenant Churches and Ministries. From inception, our foundational purpose was and is to build the kingdom of God through building and strengthening the people of God. Through our worldwide network of churches, ministries, and affiliates, we are able to provide the following: fully accredited Bible college with courses of study that ensure your preparation for successful ministry, practical ministerial technical assistance, monthly pastoral aid, impartation and training with the presiding bishop, conventions, conferences, and workshops designed to strengthen you, empower your leadership team, and refresh the local assembly. Network with other like-minded, like-faith, and local pastors in your region. Call now to learn more at 1-855-GO-JUDAH or email at empowerment@gojudah.com. Visit www.gojudah.com for more details. Kingdom Fellowship is covering without domineering. Kingdom Fellowship of International Covenant Churches and Ministries. We're better together.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Money Talk Mondays. You know the deal. I'm giving everybody a couple of minutes to come on in. Again, if you're on Facebook, make sure you tag everybody that you know. You can do that by tagging @followers and @highlights. @followers and @highlights. All right? Tag everybody that you know. Make sure you share this broadcast. All right? Make sure you share you share this broadcast, okay? Today is going to be another great episode just like last week. So I want everybody to make sure that you are in a quiet space. If you're taking notes, if you're at work, it's okay. Try to take mental notes. If you're driving, try to take mental notes. But whatever you do, make sure you are in a headspace and you are in a proper place to take notes based upon today's lesson, all right? Again, this is Money Talk Mondays. I am your host with the most, Jawaan Sween, and I am so happy and I am honored to be able to share such valuable information to you all this afternoon. We started a little late because I had some running around to do, but listen, we are back and we are here. We are live and direct, okay? So I want everybody, again, I'm giving y'all a few minutes, all right? A couple of minutes. I want everybody to tag. I want everybody to share this broadcast, okay? As much as you possibly can. I want you to tag. Tag your friends, tag your family members, tag your coworkers, tag everybody that you know, all right? And make sure you share. Share the broadcast, like the broadcast, and make sure you comment. That's another thing I want you to do. I want you all to comment. Listen, I'm going to talk to y'all, but I want y'all to all talk to me, okay? So I want y'all to comment. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about this lesson, okay? All right, so we got a couple more minutes. I'm giving everybody about 2 more minutes, a minute and a half, and then we are going to get right into our broadcast, all right? Again, I need y'all to tag, man. Need y'all to tag. There are different ways that you can watch this broadcast, Money Talk Mondays, on the various platforms, such as our Go Judah Broadcasting Network on our Facebook page. You can also watch us on Amazon TV at Go Judah, on Apple TV at Go Judah. You can watch us on Roku TV at Go Judah. You can watch us on our app, the Go Judah app. If you don't have that app, I want everybody to go to your app store. If you have an Android, go to your Google Play and make sure you download the app, Go Judah app, okay? That is our app, and we have a multiplicity of different shows, episodes, current events, and so many other things that you can definitely explore on that Go Judah app. But I want everybody to make sure that you download the Go Judah app if you haven't done so already, okay? That's very critical and that's very essential. You can also watch Money Talk Mondays via the Go Judah app. Instead of coming on Facebook, instead of watching us on YouTube, that is another platform that you can tap into to watch Money Talk Mondays, okay? All right, so we need everybody, again, to just stream and tap into the following platforms so that you'll be able to watch Money Talk Mondays, all right? Again, I need y'all to comment. Tell me where you're watching from. Listen, if you're watching from Canada, say, yo, I'm watching from Canada. If you're watching from NY, New York, the Big Apple, let me know in the comment section below. If you watching from Cali, you watching from Atlanta, I don't care where you watching from. Put it in the comment section below and let me know. Let your boy know where you watching from, okay? All right, listen, man, y'all got 30 more seconds, man, and we about to get into it. I won't be long today, but I need everybody to share this broadcast. Listen, some of y'all didn't share the last broadcast, so I'm gonna give y'all a chance, all right? I'm gonna give y'all some grace today, and I'm gonna let y'all slide. But today, I want everybody to make sure you share this broadcast, okay? You don't want to rob anybody else of this valuable information, all right, because it's going to be extremely critical and applicable to your financial situation, and it's going to really help to cultivate your mindset into thinking from as an entrepreneur as opposed to thinking like an employee, okay? So that's what we about to get into, all right? So listen, let's get into today's episode. I won't be long, so make sure you take notes, all right? Today's topic of today's episode and lesson is going to be titled The Cash Flow Quadrant, okay? The Cash Flow Quadrant. Now, the Cash Flow Quadrant, by far, is one of my favorite financial literacy books, one of my favorite books on finance, because it breaks down the 4 quadrants. It breaks down the 4 places or the 4 quadrants that people are falling, that people are categorized in society today. No matter what color, no matter what creed or origin you may be in, the cash flow quadrant, it breaks down, the 4 places that a lot of people are in right now, okay? So the cash flow quadrant is a book by a gentleman named Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki. He's also the author of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, which was my first book that I ever read on financial literacy. Robert Kiyosaki. He also wrote the Cash Flow Quadrant, and this book really allowed me to pull out some valuable information and gems. It also changed my mindset completely and how I really viewed entrepreneurship and also being an employee. And I feel like it's going to do the same for you based upon the way I'm teaching it today. So that's why I want everybody to make sure you're paying attention, okay? So the cash flow quadrant, he broke it down into 4 sectors or 4 quadrants, all right? Now, these 4 sectors are the categories that people fall into today, all right? So we're going to start with employee, then we're going to touch on self-employed, then the 3rd quadrant is business owner, and the last and 4th quadrant is investor. I'm going to say that again. The first quadrant we're going to discuss is employee quadrant. The second quadrant we're going to discuss is the self-employed quadrant. The 3rd quadrant we're going to discuss and learn about is the business ownership quadrant. Okay? And the last quadrant is going to be the investor quadrant. So let's delve into the lesson, all right? Let's get it. Time is on the clock now. So now we got to define, or we have to really learn about the employee quadrant. That's where a lot of people in society, that's the category that they fall in. A lot of people that have a job, they're employees. When you work for a company, when you work for a particular organization or corporation or enterprise, you are considered an employee. If somebody else is paying you and you're working under them or for them, you are considered an employee. 9 to 5s are what employees work. Those are the times and the shifts that employees work. You think about McDonald's, you think about Burger King, you think about a bank, you think about a nursing facility, a rehab facility, nurses, doctors, dentists, receptionists, supervisors, they are all classified as employees. So an employee, if you're taking notes, because we delving into the lesson, an employee essentially means that you work for someone, right, while trading time for money. And if you want to earn more money, you must work more hours. Okay, I'm gonna recapitulate that in case you didn't catch what I said. An employee simply signifies or simply means that you work for someone while trading time for money, okay? An employee simply means that you work for someone, you work for some company while trading your time for making money. And if you want to earn more money, you must work more hours. If you want to earn more money, you must work more hours. I'm going to say that again. If you want to earn more money, more income, more capital, you must work more hours. So for instance, if I'm working at a bank, right, and at the end of the week, my check is not really what I anticipated it to be, I have 1 or 2 options. I can either just be satisfied with what I made at the end of the week and collect my check and go home and go about my day, or I can pick up more hours if need be, work extra hours on my job so that at the end of the week, my paycheck could look a lot better than it did the previous week. And that is what an employee does. In order for you to make more money as an employee, ladies and gentlemen, you must work more hours. That's just the fact. That's just the fact. If you want more money at your job, you got to work more hours. You got to stay later. You may have to work double shifts. Some people work triple shifts because that is how much money that they need to make. And that is how much money they need to earn in order for them to, pay their bills, in order for them to go on vacation, in order for them to take care of their children, in order for them to take care of their household expenses. If you want to earn more money as an employee, hear me good, you must work more hours. That is what an employee does, and that is what an employee is. Next part of it, if you don't work, then you don't make any money. That's another part I want to get into. If you don't work, you don't make any money. Hypothetically speaking, I'm going to use another analogy. Let's say you work at McDonald's. Let's say a teenager is working at McDonald's, right? And let's say, or it can be any place, for instance. It doesn't have to be McDonald's. It can be the bank. I can use that analogy, right? Let's say you are sick on a Monday, being that it's Monday, right? Let's say you sick and you don't want to go to work today because you're not feeling your best. You're not feeling the greatest. And you call out. And you know your boss is okay with you taking off for the day because you need to recover because your immune system is not very strong. It's not strong enough to come into work and really perform at a high level. So they're like, okay, take the day off, rest up, come back into work tomorrow or the next day if you're feeling better. Cool, right? Cool. However, you think you're getting paid for the day that you missed? Do you think you're getting paid for the day that you called out? Do you think you're getting paid for the day that you did not show up? Nah. You ain't getting paid at all for the day you didn't show up. So that's what I'm telling y'all. That's what I'm saying. If you don't work on that particular day that you called out, you're not going to make money for that day. If you call out on a Monday and you look at your check at the end of the week and you like, yo, my paycheck look a little slim. Oh, your paycheck is a little slim because you called out on Monday. You weren't getting paid for not showing up. Companies that you work for, companies and organizations that employees work for, they don't pay them for not showing up. You only get paid for showing up and doing the work as an employee. You only get paid for doing the work, for performing the duties on the job and showing up. That's the only time you get paid. That's the only time a company will compensate an employee is when they show up to work and when they perform the task and the duties that they need to do diligently. That's the only time they're getting paid. But if you call out for any particular reason, no matter what it is, it can be an emergency, you can be sick, you can have a car issue, no matter what it is, they're not going to pay you for the day you did not show up, the day you did not clock in. So if you don't work as an employee, then you do not get paid as an employee. You don't get paid for that day you did not show up, okay? If you don't work, you don't make any money. That's as an employee. And you're trading time for your money. So you're working a 9 to 5, and then you come home, you watch TV, you eat, you watch TV, you go to sleep, you wake up, and you do it again. Eventually, it becomes a repetitive cycle. It becomes a reoccurring cycle. A cycle that a lot of people never broke. A cycle that a lot of people never diminished, never destroyed. A cycle that a lot of people did not come out of. A cycle that a lot of people are still trapped into this day. That's why they refer to 9 to 5 as the rat race. Because when you think of a rat, they just moving. And it becomes repetitive. You think of a hamster, that little cage that they in, that little cycle that they run around, a little hamster, they just going in circles. It's just a cycle. They're going in a circle, going in a circle, going in a circle, going in a circle. And it becomes repetitive. It becomes like clockwork. It just becomes second nature. You just get up without even realizing that you're getting up. You brush your teeth, you hop in the shower, you put your clothes on, and you hop out the door to go to work. You come home, you watch TV, you eat a little something, you go to sleep, you wake up and do it all over again. That's a boring life. I don't want to live a boring life as an employee. And again, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with a job. I want to establish that. There's nothing wrong with having a job temporarily speaking, but that should not be the end all be all. I'm going to say that again. There's nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5 temporarily speaking, because your 9 to 5 is what's going to pay your bills and cover your expenses. But your 6 to 11, anything else that you do after your job is going to build your empire. I'm going to say that again for those that are taking notes and those that did not catch it. Your 9 to 5, the job that you're currently working, your 9 to 5 is what helps you pay your bills, what helps you pay your mortgage, what helps you pay your rent, what helps you cover your expenses, right? But your 6 to 11, come on, somebody. Your 6 to 11 is what's going to help you build your empire, the empire that you want to build. Whatever you do after work is going to matter. Whatever you do after work is going to help you build a massive empire. So what are you doing after work? I have a question for everybody watching. I have a question for everybody listening. What are you doing after work? Are you just clocking into your 9 to 5, clocking out, going home, freshening up, getting ready for bed, eating a little something, watching Netflix all night, going to bed, waking up and doing it all over again? What are you doing after your 9 to 5? Or are you studying? Are you studying because you're in school, because you're trying to further your education to better yourself? Are you reading books on financial literacy, on business, on entrepreneurship, on credit? Come on, somebody. On management, on how to manage businesses, on how to run businesses efficiently and effectively. What are you doing? Where are you spending your time? What are you listening to? What content are you consuming? What content are you watching? What content are you exposing your mind to, your spirit to? Come on, somebody. What are you doing after your 9 to 5? Are you doing what everybody else in the world is doing, just being average or mediocre? Or are you separating yourself from the rest of the world by being a 1%er? By being a 1%er and doing everything in your power to strive to become wealthy, doing everything in your power to learn so that you can become financially independent? What are you doing after work? Are you just sitting home being lazy? Or are you coming home from work so that you can get to work? What do I mean by that? Coming home from your 9 to 5 so that you can actually put in the real work that's going to help you build wealth. Your 9 to 5 is not going to help you build wealth. I never met anybody that was an employee that became rich. I never met anybody that became rich working a job. Yes, I'm going to say that better. I never met anybody who became rich working a job. I'm going to say it one more time. I never met anybody in my life thus far that became rich working a job, that became financially independent just by working a job alone. Now, I know many people that have a 9 to 5, but also have businesses on the side. I also know people that have a 9 to 5 and have companies on the side that they own, that they run. You feel what I'm saying? I also know people that work a job, but also have investments. You feel me? So I'm not saying, having a job is bad. Because again, like I tell people all the time, especially people that I'm coaching and that I'm teaching, that your 9 to 5 is going to be your biggest investor in the beginning. Your 9 to 5 is going to be your biggest investor in the beginning. One more time, I'm going to say it again. Your 9 to 5, hear me carefully. Your 9 to 5, the job that you are currently working, is going to be your biggest investor in the beginning on your road to financial freedom, on your road to financial independence, on your road to building wealth. Your 9 to 5 is going to be your biggest investor. What do I mean by that? The money that you're making from your 9 to 5, you can contribute that. You can take that capital and invest it into your business. You can take that income and invest it into your brand, invest it into different stocks and different mutual funds and real estate properties that's going to help you increase your chances of becoming wealthy. That's going to maximize your potential and help you become financially independent. That's going to multiply your money so that you can become financially successful, so that you can become prosperous, so that you can build wealth and pass it down like we talked about last week. Come on, somebody. So that's the definition of what an employee is. They trade time for money. If they want to earn more money, they got to work more hours. And if they don't work at all, they don't get paid. That's an employee. Now we're going to move on to the self-employed quadrant, all right? Let me know in the comment section below if y'all enjoying this so far. Listen, man, this is only the beginning. I'm coming through, all right? I'm coming through. Make sure y'all taking notes. All right, this is getting good. So the second quadrant, somebody put number 2, quadrant number 2 in the comment section below. Come on, somebody. Y'all got to match my intensity. Come on. Somebody put quadrant number 2 in the comment section below. We dealt with 1. Now we dealing with dose, okay? We dealing with 2. Let's get it. Self-employed is the next quadrant we're going to delve into. This indicates and this signifies that you own your own business and you also have more personal and financial freedom, right? Sounds good. But you are still trading time for money. I'm going to read it again. Self-employed indicates and signifies that you own your own business. So as a self-employed business owner, you own your own business, right? And you also have more personal and financial freedom, which means that you're your own boss. Essentially, you are your own boss. You don't have a boss that's hovering over you every 5 minutes to see if you're doing your duties or performing your duties correctly or diligently. No, you are in control of your own time and your own hours. You're in control of your own money, essentially. So you also have more personal and financial freedom as a self-employed entrepreneur. But, the key word is but, you are still trading time for money. You like, how? How am I still trading time for money? I thought I was my own boss. Bosses don't trade time for money. Bosses, they make money work for them. That's true. However, as a self-employed individual, they're still trading time for money because they're basically operating like an employee, hence the word self-employed. That word employed is still attached to that word or that sentence. That word employed is still significant. That word employed is still existing. So a self-employed individual, even though they own their own business, they're still trading time for money. Yes, they are in control of their schedule. They can wake up when they want. They can go to sleep when they please. But they're still trading time for money. Case in point, if I'm a barber and I'm cutting heads all day, right? And I want to make a certain amount of money a day. If I want to make, let's say, $500 to $1,000 a day as a barber, it's possible. I can do it. I can do it. Number one, I'm my own boss. Number two, I have the skill sets to do it, right? Hypothetically speaking. Let's say I'm one of the illest barbers in the state of New York. Let's just say I'm one of the illest barbers, one of the dopest and the flyest barbers to cut hair. And I get the job done successfully, right? And I want to make $1,000 a day doing it, Monday through Saturday. You know how many heads I have to cut in order for me to accumulate and accrue $1,000 a day? What's that? 6 days a week, that's $6,000 a week. I have to, you know how much time I gotta put into that? You know how many hours I have to spend cutting heads every single day from sun up to sundown in order for me to reach my quota for the day? Come on, somebody. That's what I'm talking about. Self-employed. You own your own practice. You own your own business. That's cool. That's what's up. That's peace. However, you have to cut a lot of heads and put in a lot of hours, a lot of pain, a lot of sweat equity in order for you to make the money that you want to make the income that you desire to make. It's possible, trust and believe, but you're still trading time for money. And you're working a lot of hours in order for you to make the money that you want to make. You're putting in so much effort in order for you to make the money that you want to make. What does that sound like? Come on, y'all let me know in the comment section below. What does that sound like? That sounds like an employee who is trading time for money. Oh, and guess what? I'm going to tell y'all how being a self-employed individual is similar to being an employee. I'm going to tell y'all that. Because remember what I said when we reviewed and when we talked about quadrant number 1, the employee quadrant? Remember when I told y'all that if you want to earn more money, you must work more hours? So if I'm not satisfied, let's say I'm using a barber analogy again. If I'm not satisfied with the $1,000 a day and I want to make $2,000 a day, guess what? If I want to earn more money, I got to put in more time. I got to put in more hours. I got to put in more pain. I got to put in more sweat equity in order for me to make the money that I want to make. If you want to earn more money as an employee and a self-employed entrepreneur, you must work more hours, especially being a barber, especially being a hairstylist. Come on, somebody. You got to work more hours if you want to make more money. And another thing, man, this is getting good. Come on, somebody. I'm getting happy. If you don't work, you don't make money. Again, as a self-employed entrepreneur, if a barber does not work, I'm using a barber analogy again because it's a lot easier to explain and expound upon. So just follow me for a brief moment. Again, if I'm a barber and I call out sick, matter of fact, if I don't show up to the shop, I don't show up to cut nobody's hair, right, for the whole day. You think I'm going to get paid for the day I didn't do any work? You think I'm going to get paid for the day I did not cut any heads? No, I'm not getting money. The only time I make money is when I'm actively working. I'm going to say that again. The only time you make money is when you're actively working. And we call that in business, ladies and gentlemen, if you're taking notes, that is classified as active income. Employees and self-employed entrepreneurs, they work to make active income. If you are not active, you are not making any income. That's why they call it active income. In order for you to make income, you have to be actively doing something. You have to be active. Come on, somebody. I can't stress it enough. You got to be active. You have to be active. So again, as a barber, if I call out, if I miss a day, that's going to affect the money that I want to make. That's going to affect my money. That's going to affect my bread. But if I'm working every day, I'm putting in the work, I'm grinding, right? I'm hustling, I'm doing my thing. Listen, I'm going to make the money I want to make. It's going to take me a lot longer to get there because of how many hours I have to work, how many hours I have to put in, how much effort I have to put in to make the money I desire to make. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Y'all following me so far? Or y'all following me or not? Y'all let me know in the comment section below if this is making sense. Come on, show your boy some love. All right? So again, that's a self-employed individual. Just to recap, an employee is somebody that works for someone while trading time for money. If you want to earn more money, you must work more hours. And if you don't work, you don't make any money. Simple and plain. Self-employed entrepreneur. You own your own business, okay? It gets a little better. And you also have more personal and financial freedom. Okay, cool. But you are still trading time for money at the end of the day. Now, it's okay to start. I will tell you this. Listen up. I will tell you this, right? Just listen. I will tell you this. Starting out on your journey to entrepreneurship, on your journey, right, to becoming a successful business owner, it's okay to start as a self-employed entrepreneur. We've all had to do it. The greatest entrepreneurs in the world, the greatest CEOs and business owners in the world that you have did your research on, right? That you heard about in the media, they had to start as being a self-employed entrepreneur because your vision starts with you. Your vision starts with you first. And then once time goes on and you become more established, then you'll be able to hire and build a team around you so that they can do the work for you, right? Which brings me to my next quadrant. But starting out as a self-employed entrepreneur, it's not a bad thing at all. It's not a sin. It's not a crime. This is a part of the process. But do not settle. Do not remain in quadrant number 2 or quadrant number 1. Don't settle for a job. Don't settle for being an employee. Don't settle for being a self-employed entrepreneur. It's okay to start there, but it's not okay to stay there. I'm going to say that again. It's okay to start there, but it's not okay to stay there. One more time. It is okay to start working for a company. It's okay to start working that job. It's okay to be at that job temporarily for a year or 2, 5 years, maybe 7 years to get your money up. It's okay to start there, start that business, build your brand as an up-and-coming entrepreneur. It's okay if you don't have any secretaries or you don't have any administrative assistants right now. It's okay if you don't have a phone receptionist. It's okay if you don't have a tech person. It's okay if you don't have a videographer right now. It's okay if you don't have a somebody that handles or an accountant right now. It's okay if you don't have a lawyer on your team right now. It's okay if you don't have a manager right now. It's okay if you don't have a team built around you right now because you are just getting your feet wet. You're just getting your foot in the door. You're starting and you're coming up as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a CEO. That's cool. I understand. But it's not okay to stay there. It's okay to start there, but it is not okay to stay there. All right, listen, I'm moving on. So that's quadrant number 2. That's self-employed. Quadrant number 3. Somebody put quadrant number 3 in the comment section below. Listen, man, this is getting good. I'm getting happy and excited all over again. All right. So quadrant number 3, business owner. Now, these last 2 quadrants are my favorite. They're my favorite quadrants. They're my favorite quadrants. Okay. We talking about business owner now, business ownership. Whew, this indicates and signifies and implies that you have a system in place and that others are working for you as employees. I'm going to say it again. Being a business owner implies that you have a system in place and that others are working for you as employees. In other words, you don't have to be working for the business to generate income. My God, have mercy. I don't think you heard me. Maybe you heard me, but I'm going to say it again for the people in the back and the people in the chat. Business ownership implies that you have a system in place and that others are working for you as employees. Man, that is what we should be striving for, ladies and gentlemen. Beloved, we should be striving to own businesses and create systems. The key word in that sentence is systems. It implies that you have a system in place. Without a system, you cannot grow your business the way that you desire to grow it. Without a proper system in place, you will always be a self-employed entrepreneur. Without a proper system in place, there's no way that your company can become wealthy, can grow wealth, can grow richly or enrichly and abundantly. But in order for you, and again, as a business owner, in order for you to really generate revenue, in order for your business to really become prosperous, again, a system is very critical. Passively and residually, without you having to do any work. That is the advantage and the awesome benefit of being a business owner. You don't have to be working for the business to generate income. As a self-employed individual, you are the business. But as a business owner, a big business owner at that, you don't have to be working for the business to generate income. But as the business owner, you can generate income by creating a system, implementing a system, come on somebody, that will hire other people to work for your company. And they work for your company. The employees do all the work while you sit back and you collect the passive income. You collect the residuals. Come on, somebody. You collect the deposits, direct deposits, the checks that get mailed to you. You collect all of those checks, all of those benefits, all of those riches, all of that capital, all of that revenue, while your employees are working and slaving away at your company, for your company, at your facility, at your establishment. Let your employees do the work for you. That is what a business owner does. That is the mindset of a business owner. They're not focused on doing the work. They're not focused on doing the work. Rich people, they don't work. They think. I'm going to say that again. Wealthy people do not work, but they think. They create strategies and systems and concepts and methods that they can implement in order for other people to work for their company, so that their company can flourish and thrive and prosper over time. So that is what a business owner is. That's the lifestyle of a business owner. That is the perk. That is the benefit. That is the advantage of becoming a business owner. You have the privilege of hiring other people to work for you. I want to use McDonald's as a brief analogy. McDonald's has a system. McDonald's has a system. Fast food is their system. Because many years ago, and I can't remember the year, but I watched the movie based on on how McDonald's was created. I forgot. I think it was called The Founder. I think it had Michael Keenan in it, or Michael Keaton, whatever his name was. But he basically expanded the vision of McDonald's. But the founders were, I think, they were brothers. Their last name was McDonald's. They founded the business. They founded the company McDonald's, right? But Ray Kroc helped to implement the system. Because many years ago, fast food wasn't existent. A lot of people had to order their food and wait. And as a result of waiting for their food, they were late to work, they were late to their function, they were late going home, and they were caught up in traffic. So they created a system. McDonald's created a system to where people can grab their food and go. I'm getting to my point now. As a result of creating that system that has been existent for many decades, come on, somebody, McDonald's is one of the richest and wealthiest corporations in the world today. Why? Because they did their due diligence by concepting and strategizing and creating different ways to implement a system that will help them create passive income. They created a system that allowed other people to work for their company so that they wouldn't have to do the work. You think Ray Kroc and you think the owners of McDonald's, do you think they clocking in flipping burgers with the employees? No. They somewhere on the island somewhere chilling. They somewhere taking a vacation. They somewhere spending time with their family, spending time with their husband, spending time with their wife. Come on, somebody. They're not worried about clocking in and doing the work because they don't have to, because their system is working for them. You got to let your system work for you. You got to let other people work for you. That's why as a business owner, it's critical to change how you think. We're not settling for the employee quadrant. We're not settling to live our lives as employees. We're not settling to just stay in the self-employed quadrant. We're striving for the business owner quadrant. Pardon me, in the investor quadrant. We're striving for the business owner quadrant and the investor quadrant, because that is where the real freedom is. That is where the real passive income and residual income lies, in the quadrants of 3 and 4, which is business ownership and investing. In order for you to create generational wealth, you have to become one of the two things: a business owner / successful entrepreneur, or an investor. Maybe you don't want to own a business. Okay, make sure you are investing in assets that's going to help you produce and create passive and residual income so that you can make money while you sleep, instead of making money working a 9-to-5 that you hate. Business owner, make sure you create a system that you can implement to hire other people to work for your company so that you don't have to work for your company. Instead of you being the business, you can actually own a legitimate and successful business that's going to help you generate revenue. That is how you create generational wealth. That is how you become wealthy. That is how you become financially free, financially successful, prosperous, and financially independent. Come on, somebody. Y'all better talk to me in this live and on this broadcast. Come on, somebody. So that is a business owner. The key word is systems. The key word is systems. Put that in the comment section below. I want y'all to put that down. Systems. Systems is the name of the game when you are formulating a successful business. When you are creating a big operation, a massive company, a massive organization, a massive enterprise, you have to create a system that is best suitable for your business. You have to create a system that is congruent with the blueprint for your business so that you don't have to work your business, but your business is going to work for you because you have employees that you've employed for your business to work for you. Come on, somebody. That's where the real wealth is, in business ownership and in becoming an investor. All right. Last quadrant number 4, and I'm done. I'm out of your way. Quadrant number 4. Somebody put quadrant 4 in the comment section. All right. Is investor. The investor quadrant. Investor quadrant. I love this one too. The investor quadrant, it implies that you are allowing your money to work for you. This is where you truly have passive income. I'm going to say this again. Make sure you take notes, okay? Make sure you write this down. Keep it in the back of your head, whatever. The investor quadrant implies that you are allowing your money to work for you. The investor quadrant implies that you are allowing your money to work for you. This is where you truly have passive income. So instead of you slaving away at a 9 to 5, instead of you working for money, becoming a successful investor allows you to create ways to have your money work for you. Create concepts to make your money work for you. I don't know about you. I'm tired of working for money. I want my money to work for me. Come on, somebody. I want y'all to put that in the comment section below. I am going to make my money work for me. No more working for money. I know I got to work for money right now, but listen, in 3 to 5 and 7 years from now, I'm going to do everything I need to do to establish myself so that I no longer have to work for money, but instead my money's going to work for me. My money, the money's going to be my slave. Instead of you being a slave to the company that's compensating you for your work at a job, at a 9 to 5 that you do not like, you can put your money to work for you, so that your money can give you a greater return in the stock market. Come on, somebody. On those mutual funds. Come on, somebody. On that cryptocurrency, on that real estate portfolio. The name of the game is not working for money, but the name of the game is allowing your money to work for you. Your money got to work for you. Your money should be your employee. Money should be your employee. Come on, write that down. Money should be your employee. Money should be your employee. Money should always work for you. You don't work for money, but money works for you. I told you a couple weeks ago, we don't chase, we attract. That includes money. We don't chase the bag. We don't chase money. We attract money. How do we attract money? We become people of value. That's number one. How do we attract money? We learn new skill sets daily that will allow us to create ways to build generational wealth that will attract money to us. We learn financial information and apply the information that we've learned about financial literacy to our finances. Yeah. Come on, somebody. So that we can figure out the ways, understand the ways, and implement the ways and strategies that are necessary in order for us to make our money work for us. In order for us to reap the benefits of our money working for us. So that is what an investor is. One of my favorite investors in the world is Warren Buffett. This man is rich, and wealthy in real life. Not fake life, but real life. He's a billionaire, one of the richest men in the world. He's an investor. This man can travel whenever he wants. He can eat whatever he wants. He can sleep wherever he wants. He could drink whatever he wants. He could drive whatever he wants. He could live in whatever mansion he wants to live in. Why? Because he put in the work. He studied at a young age. He didn't play around. He saved his money. He didn't trick off his money. He didn't spend his money on men. He didn't spend his money on women. He didn't spend his money going out to the club and smoking and drinking and partying and sexing. Come on, somebody. I'm being real. He took that money. He invested in his education. He learned that education. He learned that information, applied his education, applied his information, became an actual investor. And based upon the knowledge that he learned, he implemented it and applied it. And he learned about those strategies that will help him become successful as a stock market investor. Now he's the richest or wealthiest investor in the world, a billionaire at that. Because he didn't play around with his youth. He didn't play around with his life. When are you going to get serious about your life? I know you want to look bad and bougie. I know you want to look drippy. I know you want to get iced out to impress people. But guess what? Gone are the days where we are impressing people. I keep telling y'all that. It's about generational wealth. It's about passing it down to our children. It's about passing it down to our family. It's about creating generational wealth so that we can give back, so that we can put other people in a position to win financially. It's more than just about what we want. Come on, it's more than just about what we want. It's more than just what we want. It's not about us alone. It's about the people that we need to inspire, the people that need to learn this info, the people that we want to take care of. That's why it's critical to learn this information. I want to travel. I want to go to different countries. I want to be able to tour around the world. I want to be able to, live life on my own terms. I want to be able to spend time with my family as I please without having to go to a job and slave away at a job and allow them to pay me pennies, nickels, and dimes. Nah, come on. I want to be in control of my own money and my own life. When you are working a job, they are in control of your life. They are in control of your life. They're in control of your time. They can tell you no at any given moment. And watch this. If they don't like you, they can fire you. I'm going to say that again. If they don't like you, they can fire you. For whatever reason, whether you had anything to do with this particular situation, because you were at the wrong place at the wrong time, they can fire you, even if it wasn't your fault. That's how grimy these jobs are. That's how grimy these corporations are. So what's the best solution to prevent that from happening? Own your own, or you cannot be free. Invest in assets so that you can be free financially and free in life. So I'm done. To recap, an employee, you trade time for money and you work for someone else. If you want to earn more money as an employee, you must work more hours. If you don't work, you don't make any money. Self-employed, quadrant number 2. You own your own business and you have more personal and financial freedom, but you are also trading time for money. You are still trading time for money as a self-employed entrepreneur. Quadrant 3, business ownership. It implies that you have a system in place and that others are working for you as employees. In other words, you don't have to be working for the business to generate income. Man, can you just imagine not having to clock in at a 9 to 5, just chilling? But you still got money coming in. And you ain't do nothing. You ain't do nothing. You ain't flip a burger, you know what I'm saying? You ain't type a keypad or computer keyboard. You ain't send an email. You ain't do anything. All because you created a system that was suitable for your business, that worked for your business. All because you hired other employees to work for your company. All because you applied this information to your business, to your finances, to your life. Now you can reap the benefits of the work that you put in early so that later on you can generate revenue in your sleep without having to work for your business. You got to work on your business so that other people can work for your business. You have to work on your business so that you no longer have to work in your business. And last but not least, investor. This implies that you are allowing your money to work for you. I'm no longer working for money. Come on, I want you to say that. Say that wherever you are. I am no longer working for money. I may have to work for money temporarily. I may have to start working for money, but I won't continue to work for money for the rest of my life. I may have to start here, temporarily speaking. I may have to start here for a season or a couple of seasons. That's okay. Because again, my 9 to 5, it's going to help me pay my bills. It's going to help me cover my household expenses. Come on, somebody. But anything else I do after my 9 to 5, that's on me. And that's going to help me build my empire. That's going to help you build your empire. So for a season, for a moment's time, I may have to work for money. But eventually, the tables are going to turn. The roles are going to switch. And instead of me working as an employee, I'm going to be building wealth and collecting passive and residual income as a business owner and an investor. Instead of me working for a system, I'm going to create a system of my own that allows employees to work for my company, my business, my establishment, so that I can generate revenue for my company. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, when you work a job and slave away at a job, I'm done. For the rest of your life, just think about it. When you grow old, you won't be able to pass it down to your children. Your boss is not thinking about giving you a portion of the company. Your boss is not thinking about turning the company over to you at a certain age. You're working for somebody else's vision as an employee. And they dictate how much they can pay you. They dictate how much they can compensate you for your work. I told y'all last week that in society today, we are overworked and underpaid. We are overworked and underpaid. We are overworked and underpaid. Do you know what that means? We are overworked and underpaid. We work more than we get paid. We work harder than we get paid. We work tirelessly and we work like dogs. We work like slaves and get paid like slaves. On the job, you work like a slave and get treated like a slave. They don't give you special treatment as an employee. You work like a slave on the job and you get treated like one and you get paid like one. But as a boss, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner of your own, man, you pay yourself. You dictate how much you want to pay yourself. You dictate how much money you want to make an hour, what your salary is going to be yearly, annually, monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, whatever it is. But as the boss, you decide and you determine what your future is going to look like, what the future of your company is going to look like. Because your boss at your job, at your 9 to 5, they're going to determine what your future looks like. They're going to determine what your future looks like at their company. Yeah, we see her working here for another 2 years. And after that, it's bye, bye, bye. Like I said, at any given moment, they can cut you loose. They can fire you tomorrow. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare you. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare you. And that's real. But when you focus on building your own empire, building your own legacy, nobody will be able to tell you what to do. Nobody will be able to put a price tag on your life. But instead, you'll be able to live life on your own terms and live life the way that you desire to live it. All right. So that's the end of today's Money Talk Mondays broadcast. Again, don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to tag everybody that you know. And I hope that you were blessed by today's episode. Well, y'all blessed? Come on, let me know in the comment section below if y'all were blessed by today's episode and by today's lesson. I try my best. Listen, I try my best. I try my best, but I hope you were really blessed. You know, I really hope that you grasp a lot of information from today's lesson. And I really hope and pray that you will apply this information. You will apply this education, apply this knowledge to your business, to your finances, to your life, so that you can start making the necessary changes necessary in order for you to graduate from the quadrant of employee and self-employed to the quadrants of business owner and investor. All right. Again, there are many different ways you can watch us. You can watch us on Facebook, on the Go Judah Broadcasting Network. You can watch us on the Go Judah app. Again, I said this in the beginning of the broadcast. I'm going to say it again at the end of the broadcast. I want everybody that does not have the Go Judah app, please download the app. It takes 2 seconds. Go to your app store if you got an Apple product or if you have an Android, whatever you have. I really don't care. I don't judge. Go to your app store or your Google Play, type in Go Judah app, download the app. It takes 2 seconds. Download the app and check out the app, okay? We need to run up our viewership on the app, so we need everybody to help out and support by downloading the app, okay? But that is also a way that you can watch Money Talk Mondays and all of the other wonderful shows and programs that we have on the Go Judah app. But make sure you download the app. I don't want to keep telling y'all every Monday. So make sure you just download the Go Judah app, okay? So that's another platform that you can definitely tap into to watch Money Talk Mondays and Morning Break Time with the Bishop. That will be on tomorrow at 10:15 a.m. So make sure you watch Morning Break Time with the Bishop. Watch that broadcast. I believe that God is going to put a powerful and a robust word in the mouth and in the belly of our wonderful bishop. All right. So he's going to preach his face off on the broadcast. So you make sure that tomorrow at 10:15 a.m. You come prepared to learn and to receive. OK. But again, you can watch us on Roku TV at Go Judah. You can watch us on YouTube. Yes, we have a YouTube channel at Go Judah. That's GOJUDAH. Again, that's GOJUDAH. Go Judah. And Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and so many other platforms. You can tune in and watch Money Talk Mondays at Go Judah. GOJUDAH. GOJUDAH. All right. Now at this time we're going to just give everybody a chance to sow. This is the part of the broadcast that everybody can participate in. Make sure you sow and support. You can support. One of the ways you can support us is by sowing. No matter what the contribution is, your contributions are much appreciated, okay? But we want everybody to have a chance to sow if you haven't done so already. So here are our ways to give. There are many ways to give and to sow your seeds into the broadcast today. It's via Cash App at #Go Judah. That's #GOJUDAH. That's GOJUDAH. That is #Go Judah. Via Cash App, you can sow your seeds via Cash App. Okay. And then for all of my Canadian delegates and all of my international delegates, you can sow your seeds today via e-transfer at empowerment@gojudah.com. That's empowerment. That's EMPOWERMENT. That's empowerment at Go Judah. GOJUDAH.com. Empowerment at Go Judah. You can sow your seeds today via e-transfer for all of my international delegates. All right. So these are just some of the ways that you can sow into our broadcast, sow into Money Talk Mondays, sow into the Broadcasting Network, Go Judah Broadcasting Network as a whole. Listen, we work extremely hard and diligently daily to implement different lessons and methods and concepts and different ways to be a blessing to you all weekly. So we want everyone out there that has been blessed, by our shows, by our content, to really sow into this vision. Okay, because I believe that whatever you sow into, you grow into. And if you've been growing based upon the content that you've been receiving from Money Talk Mondays, man, it's only right and it's only correct and appropriate for you to sow into the vision, sow into the mission, sow into the network, and sow into the show. All right. But listen, I love y'all. I really do appreciate y'all for tuning in. All right. I really do. I'm always blessed by your presence every week, every time I go live for Money Talk Mondays. And I really hope that you are grasping and concepting a lot of this information that I've been teaching you thus far. I have a lot more. To teach you all. But I want everybody, again, always make sure that you are taking notes, okay? You can always go back and replay it. That's the beauty of social media. However, I want you to also take notes, whether you have a notepad, a notebook, or paper, a piece of blank paper. You have notes in your phone, that you utilize. No matter what, I want everybody to start taking notes, because I believe, hear me good, I believe that this information is going to really benefit us in a major way if we learn how to apply it, okay? This is not something that I only read out of a book. but this is information that I've also started applying throughout my journey. And my God, you know, it's been pretty well thus far, and it's only up from here, as some of y'all would say. But listen, I appreciate y'all. I love each and every single one of y'all. I really do. Thank you for supporting me from day one, the episode 1, all the way to, I can't even count what episode we on. Maybe y'all been keeping track, but I lost count. I'm gonna be honest, I lost count. But listen, at the end of the day, I really appreciate you wholeheartedly for your love and your support every week. Continue to share, continue to like, continue to comment, and continue to turn on your notifications so that you can be notified of everything that is going on our network and everything that is going on in respect to Money Talk Mondays, okay? All right, well, until then, I love you all. I really do appreciate you. And until next time, once again, I am your host with the most, Jawaan Sween. This is Money Talk Mondays. I will see y'all next week. Same time, same place, same location, same fire, and same energy. 12:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you next month.